Hello students, my name is Professor Waugh and I've been teaching college chemistry for over 31 years. Today's lecture is all about isotopes. Isotopes are atoms of the same element, but they have different mass or weight. This topic can be a little hard to wrap your mind around, so this video is going to focus more on introducing them. So let's start class. Quick note before we begin, we have a website. There you can find all the notes we write for our videos. We also have quizzes and assessments, so go check us out. Thanks. Hello students. Today we're going to talk about isotopes and isotopic symbols. What's wrong? Okay. Today we're going to talk about isotopes and isotopic symbols and isotopic symbols of atoms. So isotopes, what does that mean? All right, these are atoms or ions, we'll talk about that later, that have the same number of protons but different number of neutrons. An isotope can be atoms or ions. So you see, I didn't mention the electrons at all. So let's look at this. Okay, so what is an atom? So this is, of course, the fundamental building blocks of all matter. But you've got to remember that an atom has the same number of protons as electrons. That's an atom. It has no charge. But when you talk about the word ions, here the atoms have lost or gained electrons. Now, there are two terms that we've got to get to, the cation. These are atoms that have lost the electrons, and the cations will have a positive charge. We'll delve into that later. And you can have an ion called an anion. So an anion are atoms that have gained electrons. All right? All right, let's do a quick review of the Bohr model of the atom. Now, in the center of the atom, you have your protons and neutrons. The proton has a positive charge, and the neutron has no charge at all. And they weigh about the same, and they have most of the mass of the atom. Going around in an orbit, we find the electrons, and they just go around in a path, round and round, and they have a negative charge and almost very, very negligible mass. Let's talk about isotopic symbols. A complete isotopic symbol will have A at the top, which is going to be your mass number. Down below on the same side, which is the left side, you'll see Z, which is your atomic number. And on the right side in the upper region, you will put the charge of that ion, if it is an ion, or if it's an atom, just leave it blank. The X represents the symbol from the periodic table of that particular element. This is an example of one of the most abundant isotopes for carbon, carbon-12. Okay, let's talk about the letter A and the letter Z. So the A is the mass number, and this is number of protons plus the number of neutrons. The author must give you the number of neutrons because it will vary from one isotope to the other. Now this is a whole number. The mass number is a whole number, not a decimal. And you've got to calculate it sometimes. Do not take the number from the bottom of the rectangle in your periodic table. That's a totally different concept. Now, the Z is easy for you because you know normally is at the top on the box or the square on the periodic table, and that is the number of protons only. Thank you for attending class. To recap, isotopes are atoms or ions with the same number of protons but different number of neutrons. When talking about isotopes, chemists typically represent them with an isotopic symbol. The center of the isotopic symbol is one or two letters showing the element's chemical symbol. Please write it just the same way it appears on the periodic table. A, which is the mass number, or the number to the top left of the symbol, is the sum of the isotope's protons and neutrons. Z, which is called the atomic number, or the number to the bottom left of the symbol, is the number of protons, which means all of the isotopes of the same element should have the same Z value. If an isotope is an ion and not an atom, then the number to the top right of the symbol should denote its charge. Be sure that you know all of this, because in our next video, we're going to work some problems. Once again, thank you for watching. If you like what you saw and want to support us, be sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment and we'll be happy to answer you as soon as possible. Because we are Friend and Chem, our mission is to make learning chemistry fun, easy, and effective. So, see you next time.